Andrew.
Hello, everybody. Road Warrior 627 here, and welcome to another Thoroughbred Racing preview on my channel. Today, we're going to be previewing a few big races here on Saturday, June 27th, which just happens to be my birthday. Thank you very
Yep.
much. I'm sure you're all congratulating me right now. I'm sure you care so much. We're going to be looking at
Yep.
the Ohio Derby, the Stephen Foster, and then the only two races I'm going to pay attention to, which is of the races that we're going over, the New York Stakes, which is the 8th race from Belmont on Saturday, and the Just a Game, the 10th race from Belmont on Saturday. But I can't analyze them alone. Here's Sammy Roseman to join me today, as usual. How
I
you doing,
am
Sammy?
back. I am back, and I'm gonna try to give you more winners this week.
Can you believe we both picked the winner of the Belmont Stakes, Sammy?
Oh my God, it's a miracle.
It's a miracle. I can't believe we
The
did it. We should
streak is
be
over. 2
very
years.
proud of ourselves. Yep.
The streak is over for me. It lasted 2 years. Well, we're not gonna talk about that Belmont Stakes 2018 when we both went with Vino Rosso.
Yeah, I thought at the top of the stretch I was
Yeah, I
home.
thought he was gone.
I thought it was over. I thought we had him. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate. But the good news is we have a very fantastic card of racing on tap. I'm going to try and put the thumbnail in as you talk about the Ohio Derby, Sammy. That's where we're going to start today. I did not look at the out-of-town races, but as you, the astute young handicapper, you did. So go ahead, start talking about the Ohio Derby.
Ohio Derby is a 20-point Derby prep race for the Kentucky Derby. It was, in my opinion, a low-level horses that are just trying to get some points. But, I went with this bomb, this maiden, this number 12 horse established. This field just looks to have some speed and maybe can sit off the pace. Blows late. His 100 speed figure, if you look at last time, was very impressive. And Mitchell Murrow comes in the ride, and Michael Stidham. And Michael Stidham will not, he usually doesn't do this. He won't bring a horse up to a grade 3 if the horse had no shot. So, I thought it was interesting. 30-1. Second choice, this is probably your most likely winner, in my opinion, is Rowdy Yates. The Assenson Barn, Tyler Bay ships in the ride. I just feel like I'm just trying to take a shot against him. The 6, Sprawl, I think maybe can close. Paco Lopez ships in. Belmont, congrats to him on 5,000 wins.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I maybe can close, but he's gonna need a fast pace. He won that race at Churchill on a fast pace. That was a fast pace race. And in fourth, I have your 2-year-old champion, Storm the Court. I can't believe
Two-year-old champion.
That.
Yeah, right.
The 2-year-old champion.
Oh, okay.
I have him fourth. I don't even have him winning this race. That's my pick. I went 12, 3, 6, 13 in the Ohio Derby. Note that number 15, your easy goer winner, Celtic Striker, will be scratching, most likely. Well, probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Never
And
know.
how about that? We had a match race today at Belmont.
I had the winner.
I had the winner. I changed my pick with about 1 minute until the gates opened.
Changed pick.
That's right. Absolutely.
You changed your pick.
How could I not change my pick? One horse was 1-5. The other one was 2-1 going in the gate. How do you not take the longer price of the two?
What is it now? The
Jesus
longer
Christ.
price? Manny Franco just legit outrode Jose Ortiz.
Yeah, that was I mean, you talk about, oh, who cares about a ride in a match race? Well, yeah, that pretty much. I know he won by 19 3/4 or whatever he won by, but seriously,
I think I can
that
find
was
the margin.
outstanding stuff
I think
by
I can find the margin.
Manny Franco. I think it was 19 3/4. I'm pretty sure.
19. What is he? What is he? He won by the whole stretch.
Yeah, he won by almost. Well, let's say so a 32nd of a mile.
The official margin of victory was 19 3/4.
Yep, there you go. How about
Ah,
that?
and how did he go off at 8-5? How? It's a
Well, it
match
was
race.
it was even longer. But don't forget they'd already flooded the money on the 4. So, but that a little bit of late money came in. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 5-1 when I saw. Then I saw.
Yeah, early on he was 5-1. The other one, the horse that I originally picked, Toy, was the second choice, 9-5 or something
Toy.
like that.
All right. That I went 12-3-6-13 in Ohio Derby. All right.
All right, very good.
The next race, I don't have a pick for, but it's a big race. It's a winner in for the Breeders' Cup Classic. It is Road Warrior 627's favorite race of the year.
Yeah, right. Give me a break. It's the
You
Stephen Foster, which is the 10th race from Churchill Downs. I could pull up the entries right now and tell you who I like or who I don't like or I don't care. I haven't looked at the
um,
race at all.
I'm probably gonna be biased and probably go by my standards. Who I don't know how went off at 92 last time. I still can't fathom that.
That's right, he did.
Yeah, 4.5
Oh,
to 1. Four and a
that's
half to 1.
amazing. Man, I don't really even remember that race that well.
I do. We're not gonna talk about that because
Yeah, that
I
was in
almost
the thick of when I really didn't care because New York racing just didn't exist back then.
I was stupid and I went and I always went to British charge, but no, I got sucked into the combatant and didn't pay
Oh,
off.
yeah.
But I picked by my Sanders to win, so there you go.
So the
Favorite right now.
I guess it's not exactly a very strong handicap division.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Dennis in the chat says, I'm going to hammer the exact times they tied by my standard and Owendale boxed those 3. Yeah, I guess so. If I was to make a top pick in here, I guess I'd go with Owendale. I know it's a fairly short run into the first turn. He might lose some ground, but I still like having that outside post position.
The
It's not a
horse that
big field.
interests the horse that interests me is Pirate's Punch a little bit.
Oh, look at Mike Smith coming in. Who's he riding? He's got to be riding somebody else that day,
Pirate's
right?
Punch.
Did he come in to ride anybody else though?
Bizu.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. How much is Bijou running for?
300 or 200?
So you're telling me she didn't come in for the Ogden Phipps and yet is going to run in this race? Are you kidding me?
She is coming in for a grade 2 race going 200,000 and her only competition pretty much is Sergany Empress.
And yet she didn't run against 5 horses or what was it? 6 horses?
6.
6 horses in the
Mm-hmm.
Ogden Phipps for 300,000 in
Mm-hmm.
grade 1 over a track that she obviously loves, Belmont. That makes a lot of sense.
Well,
Dennis says that the horse that he's worried about is Fearless. That's
Fearless.
Stephen Foster.
Yeah, I would need to. If he beats me, he beats me. Pretty much, that's what I'm saying. I
Good
don't like how he
post. Oh,
lost.
Johnny's in Churchill. Johnny's
Yeah.
at Churchill. How about that?
Oh, come on. It's Pletcher or Windstar. How can he not be?
Yeah, I guess so. He's also riding
Um,
another broad in the race before, who's not horrible.
um, Silver Dust. He's a little bit interesting too.
I
I felt
can't
like.
comment. I don't know him that well.
He's a speedball.
Well, considering what jockeys have been doing around the country lately, I guess you have to be worried about any speed. And also, Belmont has a speed bias right now. There's no
Yep.
question about it. Just like the beginning of the meet,
No,
it's back and
there's
it's
been a
back in
speed
force.
bias for like 3 weeks. There's been a speed bias for about 3 weeks.
I think it got fairer for a while though.
For like a week. Now it's back.
Can I get the A chat about the Bashford Manor, the 8th at Churchill? Well, I haven't looked at any of the Churchill races, Dennis. I haven't
What does
looked
he
at
mean by
anything.
that?
I'm
I
guessing
get
that's is that what the race is named, the 8th race?
the 2-year-old race.
6 furlongs for 2-year-olds.
What do you mean by that, Dennis?
If you want, maybe Sammy can elaborate, because I just have not looked at it. I'm setting up for my party on Saturday. So I haven't had a lot of time, so I'm just focusing on Belmont. That's it, you're fired. Just who you like. So Sammy, do you particularly like anybody in there?
Probably gonna be biased with this hyper focus horse. I picked him in his debut.
Yeah, Pletcher with 2-year-olds. It's always good.
But this horse, the Ricardo and Steve horse, Asmussen horse, that horse is not going off at 8-5. He's probably gonna be about 3-5.
You think he's gonna get bet down?
Won by 8 lengths in his debut.
Oh yeah, Steve Asmussen, Churchill Downs. Yeah, I'd say there's a good chance that happens.
No. This horse. This is interesting. Why did it? There's this horse, Crown and Coke. I don't know why they gelded him. He won by 13 in his debut, and then they gelded him. Well, it was at Mountaineer, so who was he beating?
Yeah, right. He might have been beating some rabbits. Oh, that's that Lawrence guy who had Perrette.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can't talk about rabbits because a rabbit won the race at Belmont the other day.
Oh, that's true. Last week,
Yeah.
the rabbit won the last race. That's
I picked him.
right. Yeah,
It
the
was
rabbit won.
55,000 to 1.
Yep. And he just got home before all the other horses trampled on him.
This horse, Gatsby, he made golden and pound in his debut.
Gatsby. That would certainly be the name pick because that was one of the few novels I ever read that I ever enjoyed was The Great Gatsby.
Peter Miller ships in to ride. I mean, not ride, train.
Peter Miller ships into ride. Yeah, I think the horse would have a heart attack if that happened. The 5 ships in, yeah, as Dennis points out.
By Union Rag.
It'll be an interesting race. I wish I cared. I really wish I cared.
It's 2-year-olds. I don't get excited for 2-year-olds till.
I'm going to be thinking about burgers. That's it. I'm off the 5 millers, right? Yeah, I think everybody is.
I'll ride the horse.
Yeah, you would work. You would qualify.
Oh,
Maybe.
I found Dennis's pick. His favorite jockey, Corey Lander, is riding the 2. The horses.
Oh, Asmussen's got another one. Oh, you got to watch out for that.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
5 to 1. What is he? The new Chad Brown?
Do you have how much this horse won by?
Won by a length and a half, and Ricardo gets off.
Okay. Well, what track did he win at? Churchill?
Churchill. He went 5.5 and 104 and 4/5 seconds.
So Ricardo chose the other horse.
Yes. The other horse went 5 furlongs and 57.
Yeah, I don't know if anything fishy is gonna go on.
That is his comment. They have turf 2-year-old races already at Churchill? My God.
Oh, they had turf 2-year-old races over here.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Where you paid the Wesley Ward's longest priced.
And it worked. Of course it worked.
Alright.
All right, let's move on to the action
Yeah, we're getting distracted.
that I care about. We're going to talk about the 8th and the 10th from Belmont. Maybe we'll share some thoughts, very quick thoughts on the Vagrancy and the True North at the end. But we're going to do the 8th and the 10th, the New York Stakes, which is one of my favorite distances, yeah.
Yeah, we already previewed Stephen Foster, our thoughts.
Oh, Elliot's in the chat. Hey, Elliot, how you doing? Yes, we did. I hardly have any thoughts because I'm not paying attention to it. Sammy's the one who's got a small idea.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pick by my standards, but I know Dennis is all over his Tom's Day Yeet. That's what he calls
Tom's
it.
Day. It's Tom's Day Yeeting, yeah. By my standards, Owendale Exacta box. That's what he likes.
Pretty weak handicap division. How?
I think it's a pretty weak handicap division. Who do we have? Nobody's running. I think Code of Honor's got to be the talk of the town.
Code of Honor. Maximum security.
If Code of Honor wins the Met Mile, he's got to be the talk of the town.
Mackenzie.
Forget
Warrior
Mackenzie.
By my standards, Tom's Day Yeet. Now Dennis has me calling him Tom's Day Yeet.
I think I'm gonna call that sounds even more fun. I think I'm gonna start.
Yeah,
calling
Tom's Day
analysts
Yeet.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling them times they eat. I
All
feel like
right.
it's pretty good handicap division, and then you add in the 3-year-olds. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, but will the 3-year-olds actually challenge the older horses? Is that even going to
Yeah.
happen? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I hope so. I hope someone show up in the Jockey Club Gold Cup in the fall.
What the race we're doing is the New York Grade 2 on 250. Not going a mile and a quarter on the inner turf,
One of my favorite configurations, for
which
sure.
is 2 turns, right?
Yes, it's 2 turns. Even at Belmont, this race can't be 1 turn.
Nope.
They
And
originally wanted to bump this race up to $1 million this year.
what?
Absolutely, yeah. This race was planned to be $1 million, but the casino at Aqueduct. Yeah, compared to years previous, I completely agree with you. Yeah, I think it is
Who was
pretty
there?
great.
Who was better last year than this year?
Well, Mackenzie was better last year.
Kenzie just won a Grade 2.
Who cares?
How is last year's better? Who's better that there's not this year? The only horse
Mackenzie
I can
won
think
the
of,
won the Whitney by what, 6 last
and
year,
he's racing this
and he
year.
probably should have won the Met Mile.
Who left from the handicap division that we do not have this year that was good? Bino Rosa. There's the only one I could think of.
Yeah, and
So how would it be better?
he peaked in the late spring, and then he peaked again. That was a very good job by Pletcher.
I feel like this is a very good handicap division. That could just be my opinion, but all right. There's the New York. We're going a mile and a quarter on the inner turf, Grade 2. Lazy mares. For 4 years old and up. I went with 7. Mean Mary, who I do not know how she is 7-2 on the morning line. My God,
I don't get
how is
it
she
either.
7-2? Please explain.
I don't know. She's got every single advantage that I could find in this race. She's got speed on the inner turf course, which everybody knows is deadly. It's Graham
Mm-hmm.
Motion's, albeit slightly, but still Graham Motion's longer price. And Graham Motion is just on fire right now. I don't know how that one horse won the other day, and I didn't punch in the exacta for my dad, and I feel really bad about that. It came back $41. Has got the long distance experience the last 2 races and
Mm-hmm.
success in both of those races. Got the big fig last time. They got the outside post, which isn't really the best thing,
Nope.
but this isn't a big field, so who cares? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what does this horse
Yeah.
not have? The horse is coming off the right kind of break for a turf horse. Turf horses seem to run good off of about 3-month breaks. How is this horse 7-2? I just don't
Chad
get it.
Brown.
Chad Brown, but
He has
Chad
the
Brown's
1 and the
horses
4,
aren't any
3.
killers in here.
Well, it's the Irad Ortiz who we just looked at the car for yesterday. For tomorrow, my God, he might win 5 races.
He might. Absolutely.
If you haven't looked at the card, he has like 3-5 morning line favorites, 4-5, couple 3-1s. Hasn't been playing speed, hasn't it?
Well, it doesn't matter if it hasn't been playing speed. The inner turf caters to speed all the time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You see it all the time. I saw a
Mm-hmm.
horse last year named Call Me Kayla. Was the only horse. I think it was on my birthday last year. This horse was the only speed in the race. Was 4-1 on the morning line. Got bet down to like 7-5 and just rolled. Speed on the inner turf course. I don't know why they go so slow. Why they go 24-4
Hey, don't
and
say that to Javier
50 and
Castellano. On the
it's a
inner turf, I've
joke.
seen him go.
None of the New York riders like to challenge each other, especially on the inner turf. It's a joke.
One
But
time I saw
go ahead.
Javier Castellano. Couple times with me, he's cost me like 2 wins this year, going 21-44. For the opening quarter was in 21. He went a half mile in 44.
Yeah.
But my second horse I came with second is the Chad Brown. Short. Oh, not Chad. My bad. I read it. Ortiz not on. He actually gets off his favorite trainer to ride Clement's horse. Interesting.
Yeah, and the funny thing is about Call Me Love, I picked Call Me Love
Yep.
last time in the Bogey, just trying to take a shot against Rushing
Yeah.
Full. I did have the exact, I think it paid $9 or something. Ran well first time in America. This
Yeah.
horse is coming back the fastest out of anybody in here. Is that going to hurt? I'm going to take a shot. I don't like that. I like to bet Clement when he's long. I don't like to bet Clement when he's short. I know he wins all the time with
Have her
anybody,
second.
but yeah, I have her fourth just because I'm trying to take some extra shots in here.
Third, I went with Motion, shorter priced Rosario, who might be 50 lengths back and might come last. But this horse has some nice speed figures, and Rosario, when he's good, he's good. When he's not good, he's not good. But she's been facing tough competition. I think she can run well.
Yeah, the only thing that concerns me a little bit is her one subpar race was at this distance in the Flower Bowl last year. I still picked her third just out of respect for Motion. I guess his
Whoa.
horses has been to Fair Hill and they've been relaxing on the farm, and apparently Fair Hill is heaven on earth because these horses have just been coming back off this coronavirus break and absolutely killing it. Holy shit! Chad Brown has a $1.1 million
What?
firster with 3 chimneys, and Peter Brandt owns Quality Road Mineshaft Mayor in the 6th race.
Let
I'm
me look at this.
guessing this is
Let me look at this.
Saturday.
Now
And
is
Elliot
this
X, go ahead,
is
Tim.
this tomorrow, Dennis, or Saturday?
I'm guessing it's Saturday because we're talking about Saturday. I'm not sure though.
I'm gonna look at tomorrow's.
Elliot says, when does Belmont open to spectators? Oh, I wish I could answer that question.
Saturday.
I really wish.
All right, let me check. 6th race. All right, I'll check.
Elliot, I'm hoping September 11th or September 12th, whenever they open for the fall, because look, Monmouth's opening next week
Yep.
with 25% capacity, which is still 15,000 people. I mean,
Oh my God.
the only day you're gonna get shut out is Haskell Day. And Belmont's got the biggest track, the biggest grandstand in the country. It's the best. Everybody knows I think Belmont's the best sporting venue in the world, and it is. I don't know how you could argue against me.
Oh, Irad has another favorite in that race Dennis is talking about. I want to. I think I'm gonna pick Irad horse. Top Pleasure Irad. Speed.
Is this a dirt race?
Turf.
I'm going to try and go to the Jockey Club this year. Oh, yeah, that's always a great day. I did not go to see a Jockey Club Gold Cup until 2 years ago when Discreet Lover won at 45-1. And then I went last year when Vino Rosso nosed out Code of Honor. I went downstairs. I figured, I'm going to take pictures of Vino Rosso and Code of Honor come back. And then I'm standing there right next to the winner's circle as the horses are being circled around during the inquiry. It was the weirdest thing. I talked to people who bet both horses. And the guy who bet Vino Rosso got totally pissed. Security had to restrain him. It was very funny. But I think it was the right call. One of the few correct calls that...
Remember? I'll continue.
Dennis says, when that horse won Discreet Lover, I wanted to stab my eyes out. Yeah, that was funny. If you see a picture of Discreet Lover winning that was taken from the rail, there's 2 guys up there in blue jackets. That's me and my dad standing there right on the wire on the 3rd floor. That's my favorite.
Remember that time? Remember 2018 when I hit the Whitney straight or gave it out on Twitter? Straight?
Yeah, you hit the Whitney straight. I think the Super came back like $41 or something.
Yeah, I hit a race. I hit the Belmont race this week or a couple weeks ago straight, right?
Yeah, you had a straight Super.
Yeah. Are you? What? I don't understand what Elliot just said.
You should have gone when Warp came. Oh yeah, I mean I was much younger at that time. I think he finished last in that race. Isn't that the race when Ron the Greek won by 8 at 21-1 or something like that? I think that was 2013. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the year it was.
I was looking at this race. Me, Mary. She has an E8. That's the fastest you can get for speed for Brisnet.
Yeah, she's also got the highest class rating in the field, albeit not by much.
No.
But
Um,
on top in the prime power range, I have no idea what any of this crap means. I just like to go off the regular past performances. But I
mhm,
don't see how this horse is going to be 7-2. Saez has been riding like a monster since he came back.
mhm. The my one of my favorite horses in training, Diamond Kings in the True North, who I was that's one of the first horses I really started to follow. Actually, he was my second. I followed Mono My Girl first.
Okay.
But anyway, I got distracted there. But I'm probably gonna pick Promise to Fulfilled in this race.
The True North. Yeah,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me just get my quick picks in here for the New
He
York
likes to
Stakes.
print. He likes to print his programs out, but he hasn't been recently.
I usually like to print them out, but look, I can't. I don't have. I'm in college, okay. I don't have the money to buy a ton of ink, and the paper's not a problem because I got 10 reams on sale for $30. It's not about paper; it's about ink that they really overcharge for. Even when I buy the crappy cartridges from Target instead of HP, it's still ridiculous how much they charge for ink. It's amazing. Let me just give you my picks for the New York. I'm obviously putting me and Mary on top. I'm putting Graham Motion's other horse second. I just think he's too hot right now. I think that Exacta might offer a little bit of value considering how hyped up Clement's horse is. And I'm leaving Chad completely out because I'm picking Clement the long way, third and fourth. I'm going to put his two-horse third just to try and get a little bit more value into the triple. And then I'll put Call Me Love fourth. Look, I picked Call Me Love to try and create some value last time, and it worked getting the exacta. Now I'm going to throw Call Me Love under the bus.
Yep.
I just figure,
Um.
look, it might be
mhm.
a quick turnaround. Maybe she doesn't run her best. Maybe she gets bobbled up on the inside. I don't know. I want to stick to Grand Motion in here.
Wicked Trick. Um. Yeah. If that horse runs his starter allowance race, he has a good chance.
Do I give Firenze Fire one last try?
I gave up on that horse. Uh,
I know, it's
he
sad.
when I was watching that race, I wasn't home, but I watched the race. When I saw him break and his strides, I knew he was done.
He's just not the
He,
same horse. I think he had to have gotten juiced.
oh my God, he might have got it. He might be a claimer. Well, he's not that bad. He's probably like an allowance horse, really.
I remember being at Belmont. I bet him in the
Or maybe not. Yeah, he might be.
I bet him
I'll give
in
him. I'll give him.
the what race
I'll
was
give
it?
him the.
The
Actually, you know
Dwyer.
what?
The Dwyer. I bet him in, and he
His
won.
speed. He might not be an allowance. He still might be. I'll say it like this: he's not an allowance horse, but he's not the old Firenze Fire. He's a good Firenze Fire, not the old Firenze Fire. If that makes sense.
Oh my God! They still made him 2-1 in here. He's still
I
only
read.
2-1.
I read.
Man,
Most likely, yeah.
I guess, but
You know who I've heard might go to Share Belief? I was looking on Twitter. Gamine.
Gamine should be running in the test or
Yeah,
the
that's what I meant.
Travers. Should be
Gamine,
running in
yeah.
Saratoga.
Not Gamine. Gamine.
I would run her in the test.
No, I would not. I would. No, I got so. That was a fun race to watch, the Acorn, in my opinion.
That was just look, I hate Bob Baffert, as everybody knows, but come on, how can you not appreciate a horse that does that? I don't think she was drugged this time either. She just killed that
That
thing.
would be a waste too much. Dennis's comment.
Marilyn Manson. Yeah, I've never listened to anything he's done, Dennis.
Maybe
I'm
they
more of
do
a
it for.
Beatles, Pink Floyd, smoking pot music kind of guy. Not that I smoke pot, but psychedelic, progressive rock, stuff like that, and the Beatles, of course.
Maybe they do it for. I don't really see them.
Run
I
in the
just see them.
Travers then.
Why would
Why
you run into
not?
Travers? Why?
Why not?
Because why would you waste your horse in the Travers?
I
She's
don't think
not.
that's a waste.
She's not beating. She's not beating Tiz the Law. Who is going to beat Tiz the Law? I'll just say it like that. Who is going to beat Tiz the Law? I know Dennis likes Honor AP, but I don't think Honor AP
I don't
is
think he's
on.
beating Tiz the Law. Well, what if What she got to do? Could she still get in the Derby if she runs second? Like, I wouldn't run her in the Derby. I
Yeah,
would go the sprint route. I would go with the test and then run in another sprint in the fall. Maybe go to the
right.
Beldame. That's a
It,
route. That's a mile and an
I know,
eighth.
I know, I know, I know. Tis the Law was 4 to 5, but come on, how is it not 1 to 5? Be real.
Oh, because I guess people thought that tap it to win would wire the field. He just went too fast. Johnny let him go too fast.
They
I'm
want to
fine
scoop
with
up
any
easier.
rock. Absolutely, Dennis. I agree.
Um, I don't really listen to rock.
Rock's the best. Classic rock. 60s and 70s. Late 60s, early
No,
70s is the best music ever made. We have another
maybe.
Elliot in the chat. Elliot Adams says, hi, how you doing? We're just about to enter our last race. Oh, and also in the 7th, I'm betting Pacific Gale just because I love her so much in the
And
Vengeance.
if you want us to go, if you want us to any other races you want us to, you want me or him or to give I can't speak to give our analysis on
Yeah, I
other
can
races,
tell.
let us know. I got something stuck. It was like a piece of gum. That's all right. Never mind. Because he's still getting better, but Tiz Law is staying the same to me. Tiz Law, I don't think is staying the same. I don't think he stayed the same.
I think the buyer came back a little bit low for that
Yeah,
Belmont. I don't know. Why was it only
why was that
100?
so low?
That should have been higher than 100.
Who has Honor AP beat? I'll just say it like that. Who has he beat? Authentic? How good is Authentic really? And who else did he beat? Allowance horses? And I just wasn't really
I was
impressed.
very surprised by that figure when it came back.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna.
I
How did it become
realized the
mean?
track was pretty fast, but 146 and 2 for a mile and an eighth. You don't see that much.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
Dennis said, "Oh,
I think
you down your
Rachel
card."
Alexandra.
Yeah, they gave her a higher speed figure than Rachel Alexandra
Well, no, no,
in the
no. I
Kentucky
mean,
Oaks.
well, no. What I'm saying is Rachel Alexandra ran a mile and an eighth. Now geared down mile and an eighth, but still, when she beat those two horses in the Mother Goose 11 years ago, whatever it was, she ran 146 and 2, I believe. And I think she got a way bigger figure than
You
100.
know something came out today that Tiz Law is gonna run next year, or most likely.
Well, most likely because they said that when he goes to stud, it's not like he's definitely going to stud.
I feel like you know what I would do? I think they might let him run till he's 4, because let Barkley
They
Tag go
should.
out on style.
They
Let him go out on
should.
style.
I'm tired of them taking these 3-year-olds away before they could
Here,
fully
example,
mature. It's a
example.
joke.
Look, no horse retired from the Triple Crown horses. All the Triple Crown horses besides one, Derby winner, because he got hurt. He was gonna run. And look how much better of a year it is when you have the horses from the 3-year-old crop running last year, running this year. Look at the difference.
Certainly
Like
better than it could have been.
look at Vino Rosso. They kept him in training, and he won a $6 million race.
Yep. I was
He's
I was a little bit early on the Vino Rosso bandwagon.
Yeah, we were a little bit early.
A little bit early. Yeah.
Is Authentic is great. He's not great. He's good. He's not great.
He's fine. I'll say he's
He's
fine.
fine. He's not great. He is not a great horse. His Law is a great horse. Honor AP is better than Honor, and he's not better than himself. He is better than Authentic.
All right, before we totally lose focus, let's move on to the Grade 1
Yes.
Just a Game, which is the 10th race and the last race we're going to talk about today. 10th race at Belmont Saturday. My birthday, June 27th.
Yep.
And we've got a field of 7, and it features the horse who finally decided to win again, Newspaper of Record. And we've got Uni, the 2 Chad Brown horses. Oh no, he's got a third one. I forgot. He's got Regal Glory. Now, normally I would say, oh, let's take the Chad Brown longest price angle. That's got to be it, right? Well, in this case, I'm going to say no. But I'm not going to box his 2 horses on top because there's no value there. So I tried to find somebody that had the potential to beat everybody in here. Not necessarily that's consistent enough. That I usually look for consistent good efforts. That's my philosophy. But sometimes when you have two big favorites and you're trying to find somebody to beat both of them, you have to just find someone who's ran a big race before. And that's why I landed on the number 1 Bo recall for Brad Cox. Brad Cox is hot as hell right now. He's a better dirt trainer than he is turf trainer. But if you look at this horse's best race, it was in this race last year on Belmont Stakes Day, losing to Rushing Full, who we know is fantastic. So I'm just going to take a flyer and see if this horse can run big here again. Well, is this the only time he's been at Belmont? No, been at Belmont twice. I guess once way further back in her career. But considering how well this horse ran in this race last year, why not give her a shot against the two big favorites? Got to try and find some value in here. And newspaper record, yeah, she came back and ran great last time in the Intercontinental, but look at what she did last year. Can you really trust her just off one race? And Oni, do you trust her off the break? I guess you can because it's Chad, and Chad's fine at winning off layoffs. But Jose's at the top of his game right now, Jose Ortiz. I don't typically like inside posts on the Widener turf, but there's just a situation where, why am I going to pick the 4 or the 6? What's that going to do for me? So I tried to find somebody else.
I picked Uni. I couldn't go against her. There's.
I get it.
I feel like God's told me has fallen off.
Yeah, I see that, Dennis. I know she did it last year, and like I said, Chad's just fine with doing that.
Uni and
God's thank you for the birthday wishes.
I would never thank them more enough in that Breeders' Cup race. Had them all. Uni got Stormy in without parole. Thanks to Irad Ortiz.
Oh, I hate the Breeders' Cup in California. It makes me sick. Makes me sick. This makes me throw up.
All right, we're bringing it to Golden Gates.
Well, that's better than Santa Anita.
You know what? We have a better track. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it to Saratoga.
Yeah, and it's gonna be snowing.
Welcome to the snowing Breeders' Cup race. And down the snow they come.
And down the snow they come. Yeah, we'll get Dave Johnson to call that race. And down the snow they come. Jesus,
here comes Tiz the Wall.
Powering over the white stuff to win the Breeders' Cup Classic by 3 lengths, whatever. I don't know.
He won by 31. She did it 5 for 5. What horse is he even talking about? I lost focus.
She is undefeated. I'm guessing she's talking about Uni. It's got to be with Oni.
Or is she talking about newspaper record? Which one? Oh,
I'm guessing Oni. It's got to be Oni. Yeah.
Off layoffs. She's 5 for 5.
Off the big layoffs, yeah.
Who do you like, Dennis, in the Just a Game? Yeah, I went with the 6 in it. I wouldn't be surprised if Regal Glory wins.
I wouldn't be surprised because it's just that angle.
Chad Brown has
a great angle.
Done it before.
He did it against newspaper record, and you bet I had when his longer price beat newspaper record. Absolutely had that.
And
Cambier Park.
Yeah, I know that. And you got your Belmont Stakes winning jockey, who, you know what's sad to me? How people are just finding out he's a good rider. There's some people that, like, a lot of people knew he was a good rider, but now, like, everybody's like, oh my god, he's so good. Like,
despite the fact I will never forgive him for costing my dad $1,000.
Oh my, you're still never gonna forgive him.
It's almost 5 years ago. It was June 27th, my birthday, 2015, and he gave up riding in the last 16. My dad could have had a triple. It was 8-1 over 47-1 over 4-1. And then Alvarado comes up on the outside and nips him for third at the wire. It could have been huge. Huge. And this was a big triple. This wasn't a 50-cent triple. This was, I think it was a $2 triple. So this would have been ginormous. And
You're never gonna forgive him.
No, I'll never forgive him for that.
He ended your streak of the Belmonts. He ended it.
I picked what? I picked Union Rags. I picked American Pharaoh. I picked Taproot. I picked Tis the Law. I picked what? 4 out of the last 9.
I think I picked like 6 or 7.
Picked 6 or 7. Come on.
Well, that was the derby because I just went with the favorites.
Well, you had Tonalist, you had Create. No, I'm just talking about Belmont Stakes.
I think I only actually California Chrome ended the streak.
Yes.
It was going for a good 30 years, but then it ended.
I used to love Newspaper of Record, but I'm iffy on her now. Yeah, I completely agree. That's why I have Uni second and Newspaper of Record third. I respect Newspaper of Record's last race, and I respect that she has recency. And then I put this long shot on the outside, Zofel, fourth, just to try and spice the super up. Brendan Walsh does a good job, and that's a great post on the outside. Going a mile on the wide, it's very good to have the outside post, especially in a small field like this. Yeah, and that's what Dennis agrees with. Yep.
I went for second. I went with the 5 Regal Glory, and this horse, the horse that really interests me. My God, I still can't speak. I'm having trouble speaking.
I can hear that. Yeah. What's going on?
My God, I would need a drink. I do not have a lisp. Trust me. Does Boomer Cole recall or I still can't?
Bo Recall.
Does she interest you at all?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I picked her on top.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot. I told you. It distracted. I knew you picked a long shot, but I have her third. I like her. She had a bad. She just had a bad post, or no, she was on the inside at Churchill, and she just when she finally got room, it was just too late. I have her third, and then I have
too far behind. I don't put anything in that race. That's just a little.
I'll be right back.
Turned it into a prep. Get a little education.
Be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just hoping and praying that something happens. Look, I'm not betting that much because I had the big score earlier in the meet with Perret, so that's why I'm hardly playing at all. I just want to keep my ROI up, and I got it back above 0 today as far as my selections. My ROI, I think, is plus $5 or something for the meet as far as my $2 win selections. So I'm just trying to pad the bankroll with long shots, and this is one case where I see potential. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. Probably Oni and Newspaper of Record are too good. But yeah, take a shot with the one. Also, another reason why I love Uni, when the prime power number is 10 points ahead of second place pick, it's a 50% win rate.
How do you know that?
So that's Brisnet, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
176.
I borrow $5.
To 166.
Well, I might be able to give you a winner, Dennis. Just pick
$5.
Go to Raffio, whatever track is called.
I think he's
referring. Go to 5 furlong. Go to a 5 furlong sprint race and take speed. There you go. I just gave you $5.
He's talking about the $5 of profit that I have so far from my selections. And most of that's just because of Perret paying $78.
Oh my God. You're still... Oh, Dennis picked him too.
Oh, you had Perret, Dennis?
Yeah, because he won a speed on the turf.
Well, look, the reason I picked Perret is not only the speed. I was there last year when he ran 1.5 miles. That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Dennis texted me after.
I was there last year when he ran 1.5 miles. I bet him he was 23-1. Edgar Prado rode him, but the first quarter was so fast, and he still hung on and got caught the last 16th of a mile. So I figured if he's going to go 1.5 miles and just barely get caught, How's he going to have a
I've never
crown going
seen
a mile and 3/8?
I've never seen Dennis so excited after a win. I don't think he couldn't catch his breath
Oh,
after
I was
the
jumping
race.
up and down. That was a big score. That was my biggest score I ever had from home in my
Hey,
life.
but at the track, you can't discourage Cortage.
No, Cortage was the second biggest score I ever had, period.
By the way, that's my favorite horse of all time.
Oh, Cortage. That was great.
Oh, and 15-1 too. You can't forget that too.
That was... I had 2 across the board. It was awesome.
You had her there. Oh yeah, you had her. Oh yeah, that's the one you did.
No, no, no.
And,
I had 5 across the board. No, I had
yeah,
5. Yeah.
she won you like $200.
I think it was like 176 or something. That just shows you how bad I am that my second biggest score was $176. Spring Quality was about, what, $15 more than that? Something like that. I had 10 to win on Spring Quality. So that was, that was about 190. Yeah. So Spring Quality was the biggest.
Yeah, Cortage. And remember that one time when you forgot she was running and then she won at 5-1
Yeah, I do remember that.
or 9-2.
So whatever. Yeah, at least it wasn't 15-1 like the first time.
She did enough. She did enough.
Did enough for me. Yeah, absolutely. That was great.
Any other races you guys want to talk about?
Yeah. I haven't prepared for any other races. Oh, so just a little recap. Race 8, the New York Stakes 7-6-2-1, my selections, and in the 10th, the Just a Game Grade 1 1-6-4-7. Post time for the 8th is post time? 5:04. And post time for the 10th is 6:08. Those are both Eastern Daylight Time.
There was just a good race on Church. No, actually, never mind. It's not that good of a race.
Churchill, I just can't. I can't.
Dennis
I
is
don't
the
know.
Churchill guy.
I remember when you used to look at 5 tracks at once. I don't know
Oh
how.
my God, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk. You must 10 tracks at once.
I mean, 2 tracks harder. The only time I ever played 2 tracks was Derby Day and Belmont, or Preakness Day and Belmont. Otherwise, it's always just Belmont, Aqueduct, Saratoga. That's it. I grew up going to these tracks, well, especially Belmont. I've only been to Aqueduct 3-4 times. And I've only been to Saratoga twice. I've been to Belmont. Oh, I can't even count.
I've been to Belmont twice.
At least 55, 60 times.
I need to catch up. I've been to Monmouth like 5 times.
Oh, speaking of Monmouth. I'm going to Monmouth.
What?
I'm definitely going to Monmouth at some point this summer. Definitely.
Same.
I'm hoping actually July 10th. I know those Friday posts. How many races can they run if post time's 5 o'clock? The sun goes down at 8:30.
What? 5 o'clock?
Post time's 5 o'clock on Fridays at Monmouth. I don't know how they're gonna do that.
What are you? 5 o'clock? What?
Yes, I'm serious. I'm not kidding. Worst favorite of the day, race 7. Come Dancing 7-5. Yeah, if she shows up with her good effort, she's probably gonna win. But I'm gonna take Pacific Gale just because I love her.
I'm probably gonna pick Come Dancing. I feel like it's a pretty good racing day. Finally, a great racing day again, and it's gonna be being better next week when we got.
Oh, next week's gonna be fantastic.
I might be able to make it on the show. I'm going for. Oh my God, go on vacation.
I'm not going on vacation till August. I'm going up to Lake George as usual.
I don't know why I cannot speak. I apologize, everybody. I'm having a tough time speaking today.
Yeah, Joey Martinez going to Monmouth, according to Dennis.
Yeah.
Joey did some good rides.
No, I think he's out. I think he broke his collarbone. He broke his collarbone. Yeah, he's out.
Oh, I saw somebody did.
Yeah, it was Joey Martinez.
Oh, that sucks. Well, he should be back soon.
It was his first day riding too.
Those guys are so tough. They're amazing with how they come back.
Didn't Garrett Gomez win the Breeders' Cup with a broken arm?
He won it with something. Yeah, he fell on Thursday, And then
Oh
when
no,
he was talking about
amazing.
blame, he said the horse made the pain go away or something like that. Obviously,
Great ride that day too. Great
Yeah,
ride.
Gomez had a lot more trouble than we knew about, unfortunately.
Yeah,
It's
sad to
unfortunate
happen,
he's
but
gone. Yeah.
do you know what? You know what happened to that? That we have to point out. Perry Oots won 5 races today. 65 years of age.
Where?
Belterra, he won 5 races today. One of them was
Uh,
25-1.
Wish I could follow the sport like Sammy does. I have enough trouble paying attention to my own track.
Belmont, beautiful Belmont Park.
It's
Oh, I missed
beautiful.
the word. Ron Happy, beautiful Belmont Park.
Oh,
By the way, that is his favorite horse of all time. By the way.
yeah. And also, let me just go. I need to give another mini rant here before we go.
Oh my
Belmont,
God.
do not change Belmont just because you want to get the Breeders' Cup. We do not want luxury suites. We do not want the infield open to people. We do not want stuff on the roof. We want Belmont exactly the way it is because the third floor seats are the best seats in all of sports. And you can sit there for $5 on every day except Belmont Stakes Day. The backyard's awesome. You already took 15% of it away and gave it to the freaking Islanders. So don't ruin it anymore. Leave it the way it is. It's awesome. Who cares about you want to fix something? Fix the lighting. Make it a little brighter. I don't know. But don't change the fundamentals. The place is great. And it's really good for hardcore horse players. You're going to put luxury suites there. They're going to get used 2 days a year. They're going to get used on Belmont Stakes Day and if they have the Breeders' Cup. That's it. They won't even get
Um,
used on Jockey Club Gold Cup on Super Saturdays. They're not going to get used then.
to be honest, I wish they kept the Met Mile on Belmont Day.
I wish they kept the Met Mile on Memorial Day. That way it could have its own spotlight like it used to. And
When is that card even being run?
what card?
New York Day.
Oh, the New York Bred? I don't think they're doing one this spring. I guess you have to wait till the fall.
Well, I think Mr. Buff would have won, but Mr. Buff came back to run.
He was just this. Then he held on for second, right?
Yeah, Joel Rosario gave a good ride, surprisingly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, gives the absolute best of best rides and gives the absolute worst of
I
worst
said to
rides.
Dennis. I said to Dennis before. If I know he remembers this. I said to him one time. I said, "Insane Joel Rosario is better than Insane Irad, but we don't see Insane Joel as much as Insane Irad. That's why
Right.
Irad's better.
That's a
That
very
is why.
good statement, and it's very accurate.
Because look at what some of his rides. Joel Rosario are just mind blowing. Like that Belmont ride. He's the only
The
reason why Short
Belmont
Winston
ride.
won.
We won $40 last year on a horse named Bray at Aqueduct in the
Oh, yeah,
last race
Bray?
on a Sunday. Yeah, when he
Is
broke
that
his maiden, it was the
he's
first
like an
time
allowance
starter
horse.
for
He's an
Clement.
allowance horse, right?
Yeah, he ran.
Oh my God, Bray! Oh my God, Bray! I remember that horse. Joel Rosario decided to play Gallop Racer that day. It
Yeah,
was
well,
opening day on Belmont. It was the second race, and he was about 50 lengths back, close to
that's what it
second.
was, right? And no, but we had him first time out at Aqueduct the last race,
Oh
and
yeah, that sprinter for Aspenson. He's really good horse. But I can't really pronounce his name. I'm stupid. Continue.
no, that's all I had to say. I'm done.
But it should be a really good card or competitive card. Tomorrow is just National IRAD Day.
Tomorrow is buy the burgers, buy the hot dogs,
And enjoy IRAD Day.
and enjoy IRAD Day. Yeah. Oh, buy the soda, buy the chips, buy everything
Yep.
I need for my party.
Yeah.
And then Saturday is grill and watch the races.
Yep. And enjoy your birthday.
Thank you very much.
Then
I
we're gonna be.
definitely
What are
will.
the stage races next week? Let me check.
Well, we're definitely doing the Suburban, the Manhattan, and the Met Mile. No
I think I
questions
might be. I
asked.
might bring my PlayStation down for we could do the video or something. And I
That'd
can
be
play
fine if you
other
have
things too.
Wi-Fi there.
Mhm. Um. Next week we got the Manhattan, the Poker, the Met Mile.
The Poker too. I love the Poker. I love the Poker handicap.
We got the Suburban. We got the Victory Ride, and maybe we'll put a little bonus. We'll put a little bit bonus in. We'll do the we'll do the Delaware Oaks too. A little bit of a bonus. And enjoy 4th of July.
Yep. Also, I seen Joel not let Jose Ortiz out one time. I watched that with Jose Santos Jr. I love the polka. I love the polka. Polka. Absolutely.
Oh, the Los Al Derby is next week, but who cares about that?
Not me. No.
Then I'm just
so
looking
much
at the
to pay
races.
attention to here. It's
And then after we have some really good races coming up, and July 11th we got the Delaware Handicap, the Keeneland Stakes races.
Right,
And
Keeneland's running that 5-day meet, and we have the Grade 2 Ruffian from Belmont, which is probably going to come up weak, but I'm not surprised.
I found the Belmont on July 16th at Saratoga. The Peter Pan Stakes.
Peter Pan, they're right.
It's the Belmont Stakes.
I know that they're definitely going to run the Schuylerville opening day at Saratoga because that's the traditional.
But you have to do something. Even though the distance was changing, we make fun of the Belmont. If you win the Belmont, if the horse wins the Triple Crown, they deserve to be Triple Crown winner. I don't care if the race is 5 years apart. They win those 3 races, they're Triple Crown winners.
You know why I think Tiz the Law would deserve it? Because he would have won at 1.5 miles last Saturday.
Yes.
He would have. The only thing is, though, he's not running the races in 5 weeks.
5 years, yep. Maybe about a year. If they run it how long they run it in that year, or whatever. I don't. Who could beat Tiz the Law? Name one horse who could beat Tiz the Law right now.
I guess you could say, based off speed figures, Honor AP could beat him.
I think the second best.
I think the speed figures are wrong. I just think they're wrong.
The second best horse in this crop. I'm like, you guys can say all you want. I think it's King G.
King Guillermo?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Why are they not racing him between now and the Derby? It just boggles my mind that they're not.
They're all running in the Derby.
Between now and the Derby, I said, or between when he last ran. What was it?
Why risk your horse? You know another horse out of Kentucky Derby too, right? Well, I don't think he's gonna go. Gouverneur Morris.
Right? That was the whole pronunciation thing.
But I don't think he was going to go to Derby. It's a Derby Trail horse out again.
Let's put it this way. There's something very concerning about the thoroughbred industry, and I think this is a very good way to leave off. Horses are not bred to be that sound anymore. The crop is
they're
much
breeding
more
unsound
fragile.
horses to unsound horses.
It's not good. There's a lot of inbreeding now. It's very dangerous, and Migliori brought it up. I've seen so many. I'm tired of seeing horses break down.
I know.
It just breaks my heart.
You've witnessed 3, right?
Well, I saw 2. I saw 2 breakdowns, and they were both 2 years ago. I didn't see any last year. I went to the track 8 times, and I didn't see one.
I've never seen a breakdown. If you want to consider IRAP, but I really don't consider that.
Yeah, we need to make sure that horses are bred to run and that they're treated like the great athletes that they are. People need to remember that these are live creatures and not just objects used for personal gain.
Yeah, they're not objects.
Right.
And I don't consider them, if you consider them objects. And...
Oh, Happy Saver. Oh, Creed, I don't know much about, but obviously he's Shug McGahee because of what you said earlier. Happy Saver, I picked that horse last Saturday as a first-time starter. I had that horse first. I was pissed off that freaking Velasquez didn't persevere with the 2-horse for second. That exacta would have been all right if that came in. Me and my dad had both had the exacta box 2-8. and the two finished third. I was really pissed off about that. That Velasquez didn't hold on for second there. I
Whoa,
saw
whoa,
him.
whoa.
He wasn't hitting that horse as much as he should have been.
I, the new never mind. The new rankings are out, and they have By My Sinners as the top horse. I think
Yeah, right.
he's By My Sinners ready to move. Oh, ready. If he wins, he'll be. But I was happy to see Roy H retired.
Yeah, me too. That horse has done so much, and I never gave him the respect he deserves. And I
Like,
kind of feel bad about it.
look what happened to XY Jet.
Yeah. Well, there was a little something different going on there.
Yeah, we're not gonna say anything about that.
Yeah.
Um,
He worked out against Fearless, who's in the Foster. I'm guessing that's
By My Standards you talking about?
no, either Creed or Happy Saver.
Yeah, he's talking about Happy Saver.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I know about
You don't know
Happy
who
Saver.
Creed is? You don't know who Creed is?
No.
He won he gave Jose Ortiz 2,000 wins. He won that maiden by like 9 lengths.
See, that just tells you how little I remember names. I
He
don't pay attention to
He was
names.
the 8 post. He won by about 5 on a slop about
Yeah, I
2
remember
weeks
him
ago.
being the 8-horse. Yeah.
That's Creed.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually remembered.
It was for Shug, that's right. Yeah,
Yes,
Happy Saver was the one who was
Jose
working.
Ortiz 2 wins. 2,000 wins, not 2 wins.
Yeah, Happy Saver, that was the old only firster in the field angle. That was kind of obvious to me. That was an easy pick.
Who?
Happy Saver in the fifth
I did
race
not
on
pick him.
Belmont Stakes Day. That was the easiest
I didn't know
thing
he
in the
worked
world.
out against. I didn't know he worked out against Fearless. Nobody ever told me.
I didn't care who he was working out against. It just seemed like the obvious pick. And like I said, I'm still sick with Velasquez that he didn't finish second. The exacta would have been like $18 for $1. I think it was coming back. I was looking at the
Let's talk about
probable.
the jockey standings from New York. Let me look at this real quick.
NYRA's still on top, but I think he's got some company.
Now, I'll tell you the jockey. I'll tell you the standings. Oh, that's Saratoga. We don't care about Saratoga. Never mind. All right, let me find this. Not Aqueduct. Here we go. All right. I don't know if any of you guys are interested, but Irad is up on his brother by 2 wins, and Jose Ortiz has ridden 40 more mounts than him. Irad has only ridden 64 mounts. He's 30%. That's crazy.
Wow.
30%.
Just nuts.
The jockey that's ridden the most races at the meet so far is Manny
Not surprising.
with 108. He's only